Welcome back to Good Morning Colorado. You're taking a live look outside right now from Alamosa. It's a little bit cloudy, but those clouds have made for some good sunrises this morning. Perks of being up early.
Yeah, no, it is. It's definitely sunrises and sunsets are beautiful around here, and the sunrises are sometimes hard to catch. You're busy in the morning trying to get ready, and
we're running around.
And we have nothing else better to do but look around the camera. So
true. And speaking of, it looks like you have another good one.
Yeah, this is kind of a neat, different shot. It's a Cedar Point camera. It's not what I would call the usual orangish sunrise that we're kind of trying to feature here in the morning hours. But you can see the sun kissing the tops of the cumulus clouds that are already developing, and it's an indication of a little instability in the air. And again, we do expect a better coverage of showers and thunderstorms, and probably earlier in the day today as compared to yesterday, when many of us that did manage to pick up some rain didn't do that until after the sun went down. Right now, temperatures in most cases in eastern Colorado are in the 60s, a little bit cooler in Springfield, a little bit warmer in Burlington. We're not quite as cold up across the mountains and mountain valleys, mostly because we have some added moisture in the atmosphere, some clouds around, and yesterday we had quite a few spots that were in the 30s. Of course, it's been smoky at times over the last couple of weeks, so that's something that's on people's minds. Like yesterday, I don't think the smoke is going to be that terrible across the Front Range today. You see FUTURECAST showing a little bit of it here in the Milky White, and so we'll have some haze. We did yesterday as well, but I think we'll be pretty much on par with where we were yesterday as far as smoke is concerned here in eastern Colorado. We'll likely see that stuff start to get thicker up across northwestern Colorado, and that's something we'll track over the next couple of days and see if maybe that starts to come back into the area. But so far, so good. I think we're in for a pretty good day of visibility today. I showed you here at the beginning some of the cumulus clouds, Cedar Point, which isn't too far from Limon, and FUTURECAST is trying to suggest maybe a few sprinkles or showers over the Palmer Divide here, even through the mid-morning hours. And if you're seeing some cumulus clouds, that's certainly a possibility, but we wouldn't expect any heavy rain this morning. And really through lunchtime, I think we'll be okay too. But you do see some scattered showers developing off to our north by about that time. That's that little wave that's coming out of Idaho, moving into Wyoming, that I think is going to kind of start getting things going. And as it gets closer, we should start to see the development of a kind of a broken line of thunderstorms by about 1 or 2 o'clock, and then those will begin to fill in as they move off to the south and east. So we have some moisture kind of in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere that we're most interested in when we're talking about thunderstorms. Not a lot of low-level moisture. So these storms aren't likely to be severe, and they could produce some pretty gusty and cooling wind. But there's enough water around that they could also produce some pretty nice, at least brief downpours as they come by the area. Highs in the 80s and 90s in much of eastern Colorado. La Junta could be up to about 98 today. I have 70s and 80s over the mountains and mountain valleys. But with that dry, lower atmosphere today, the storms that come by will tend to produce pretty good pools of cold air, and so they'll give us some natural air conditioning even if they don't produce a lot of rain for you. But we do expect scattered storms to continue rolling across the area through this evening. It looks like the focus for the most widespread storms will probably be, I'd say, generally south of the Pikes Peak region, but it doesn't mean we wouldn't have any storms here around the Pikes Peak region. Just think we'll keep them scattered. Notice at 8 o'clock tonight, pretty good little cluster of storms out across the far eastern plains. We'll have some more isolated storms continuing over the mountain areas. And then gradually here as the sun sets and we lose the instability, this activity should wind down, leaving us partly cloudy through the night. Temperatures tonight should be comfortable, probably in the 50s and 60s in most cases here, but if you get up high enough into the mountains, we'll drop back into the 30s and probably some 40s. Good visibility back towards the Wet and Sangre de Cristo Mountains this morning, as seen from Highway 115 in Turkey Creek. Again, smoke shouldn't be too bad today. We'll be tracking warm air because that's what we do usually in August. Spotty thunderstorms here and there and periods of haze. More on that in our extended forecast coming up soon. Kershaw, back to you.